My glass was half empty, but you came along and showed me how to love without limits, to have a good time.
Hey guys, welcome back to Bekah at Home. Today we are going to be getting so much done. Quite frankly, my house is kind of like, I feel up here, it's like cluttered, but not in a crazy way. I feel like every surface I look at, like literally looking at the counter, our school cabinet, the buffet over here by the door. I did some rearranging, you'll see it in a short, but sometimes I change a ton of stuff, but I don't ever film it just because it's like spur of the moment and it's nothing crazy. But I literally just moved our buffet back over to the dirty, pulling weeds. I redid like the kids play area outside. I'll try to include some footage, something super simple, but to get them like out of the dirt. Laundry going, it's a very tiny load, but I'm trying to keep that habit of like one load a day. I want to clean up school. I want to vacuum, dust. Our front door is like, I didn't realize how dusty and dirty it was in our house until now. We're actually gonna be cleaning up my desk. My desk is turned into a dumping zone. I just feel like there's stuff everywhere, but it's like all behind like the little drawers or the little, I think we're gonna end up switching around like our den room. We painted it green last year. It's like very like cozy, very dark green, but I want to brighten it up. We've had the same entertainment center for probably like since my husband before and we got married, so it's been probably like 8 years now. And the fireplace actually stopped working, like, God, it stopped working probably like 3 years ago and we just never fixed it. But I kind of want something that's a little bit more airy and white and bright with like a new fireplace because I miss having that. So I found one on Amazon. I'll show you, maybe you guys can give me your opinion. It's so hard to get on camera. Measure this out, but it's so pretty. Reminds me of like a craftsman style home. So I love the cabinets on the side, but I like that it's like a whole system, and my husband actually agrees. But I like that it's like tiered levels, so if we ever decide to mount the TV or like hang stockings, you know, I have like space to design stuff. And I always wanted like shelves that I could decorate. I was looking at this one. This is my second choice.
My glass was always half empty, but now you're in my life.
Excited to start in the kids' bedroom. We are gonna get quite a bit done today, so hang in there with me, get something done. If you need to clean your floors, I needed to clean the floors, the bathroom, declutter a little bit in the laundry room. We have had quite a bit going on the last few weeks. If you've ever dealt with any sort of like water loss in your house, then you will know that it can be quite the headache, but it could always be worse. So we had a water loss a few months ago in mine and my husband's bathroom, and it was nothing crazy. It was honestly something, thankfully, that we caught very early on. We were able to dry it out and replace the flooring. It was a fun project, definitely a learning curve if you're on the fence about installing any sort of like vinyl plank or click floor. I don't know what it's called, like LVP. Don't be afraid. It's definitely a project that you can do in a weekend. Take your time, have fun with it. Don't rush the job. Definitely take your time and be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. I say that all the time, but like honestly, it was something fun and it gave me motivation to know that we could do the rest of the house when the time comes. Recently, we had a leak with our air conditioning unit, and we had somebody out a few months ago and they said, you know, the system is somehow out of Freon, so we had that refilled, and that can get quite pricey. So that was kind of like a damper, but thankfully, you know, it was putting out like super swampy air, and we're like, what is going on? We've never had an issue. The unit is, you know, not even 4 or 5 years old. And so then about a month later, which is present day, the air conditioning unit again was spitting out like super swampy air, and I was like, what is going on? So we called out a technician again, and they're like, it may be a leak, we're not sure. They figured out that the compressor, I think, needs to be replaced. We had all that fixed, but then there was actually water leaking out from the unit into the laundry room, kind of connected to the kitchen where the pantry is. And so we are in the middle of fixing all of that. So hopefully the cabinets don't have to be taken down, but somehow we are going to figure out what the best solution is to replacing the floor and drying everything out. So anyways, all of that to say, when I get stressed out, I am ready to clean. I'm just super thankful that we were able to catch the leak very early on, and there's not like major damage to the house. It's definitely something that can be fixed fairly quickly, so things might be a little bit of a construction zone in the next few videos. I'm going to wrap up the kids' bathroom, and then we are going to move on. We are definitely enjoying the warmer weather. We have been in the water. I try to be outside in the water at least every day, unless it's like super humid. Oh my gosh, we've had so many hornets' nests in our backyard. paper wasps and hornets. We have like both of them kind of combating at the same time, so it kind of makes it a little difficult. They nest in our umbrella, in our pop-up gazebo, or thankfully they haven't been in the larger gazebo, but I don't know. We've even tried the brown paper bag trick where you hang a brown paper bag hoping that they think it's a nest just so they don't go in that territory. Anyways, if you've ever dealt with anything like that, then you know it can be kind of stressful when you have little ones outside. Let me know what your summer plans are. I'm still thinking about doing a mini summer bucket list. It's still pretty early on in summer, so I feel like there's a few things that kids would want to get into, and I think it's just fun to pick something, even if it's just going to get ice cream or, you know, taking a walk at a new park or eating, you know, at a new park, having a picnic. It doesn't have to be anything huge or cost a lot of money, but it's fun for the kids to come up with ideas and then check those off. It's a way to make new memories, but also something that everybody gets some input in on.
We're far away from the city lights, so small under the night sky. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. Even after all of these years, you still look at me with the same love. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out.
Floors in the bathroom were definitely in need of a deep scrub. I will say I have been slacking quite a bit on, you know, hand mopping. If you've been around for my channel for a while, then you know I love to hand mop, and it is something that is a little time consuming, but I promise you my floors never feel cleaner when I hand mop. I love using the wet dry mop vacuum. I never know how to say it correctly, but it doesn't do like a deep clean. And then using one of those like push mops, those are great, but then sometimes it just pushes the dirt around. It's just so nice to get on your hands and knees. You get up close and personal with the baseboards, which need to be repainted. I never painted these doors, and I feel like they're starting to show, you does not pick up on camera at all, but they are starting to show like chips, and I don't know, it's just another project to add to the list. Let me know if you hand mop your floors. If you do, what do you love to use? I always buy a huge bottle of the Mr. Clean, like the original. I think it's like a lemon scent, and it will last me literally like all year. I only use a little bit. I'll pour it in the sink, and then make sure you wash out the sink afterwards just to get anything out of it. I always drain the water, and then I'll just spray some soap. Look at how dirty, like it was disgusting. It had been a while since I've done that. I let the soap sit for a few minutes while I scrub the tub, and then I'll come back. We are in the dining room. I decorated for 4th of July pretty early, so we're wrapping up school. I'm going to just tidy up this space and then move on.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight, didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow
My son was intrigued by pickleball. I think he saw us at JCPenney a while ago, and so we picked up a set, and honestly, it's a game I don't think I'm really good at, but I think it's going to be something super fun. It came in a set of 4, and my kids just love it. They think it's hilarious. We play on a tennis court. If you've ever played pickleball, let me know. The rules are kind of confusing, but I'm willing to learn. Decluttered this space, I want to say sometime earlier this year, like really decluttered, and somehow it still is a hot mess. So I decided in the middle of doing the windows, this is my brain, I bounce around and I start a project, and then I start 4 more, and then I've made a bigger mess. These baskets are not labeled, but in my brain I know like one is for laundry, one is for just like household items, one is for paint, things like that, one is for outside toys like sports and things like that. So I am definitely going to go through these really quickly. If you do that in a space, if you see something that needs to be tidied, I am guilty of saying I'll get to that tomorrow, and then tomorrow was like 6 months later. This is that. This has been on my brain. I go through this door at least 4 times a day, in and outside, playing outside, taking out the trash, what have you. If you see something, just take 5 minutes and go through it. I promise you it doesn't take that much time. This is sped up, but it genuinely didn't take me more than 5 to 7 minutes to straighten everything up, put things back. I was exhausted with it's just a hot mess. And I had a system and I didn't keep up on it. So if you have a system, try your hardest when you see it to just tackle it then and there. That way it's not a lingering thing in your brain you're going to lose sleep over.
but I lost it somehow. Wish that
was cleaning up here and I realized that this bottle from, I want to say last year, I found this at Costco. It works well, but it didn't really jive well with my kids' skin. Obviously, don't keep it in a warm area. The bottle just like exploded, but it's an insect repellent, and I was like, I'll keep it by the back door. Usually during summer I have like sunscreen and everything up here because it's easy to grab. We hardly use the front door. It's just easier with the kids to go out back here. They're straight to the pool and their toys. It exploded and it smelled good, but it smelled like bug spray. So I was like, well, this is why we have to clean up here. Anyways, I'm gonna get that mess cleaned up and then just kind of wipe down the shelf and put everything back.
Got blood on my hands right now, and I'm stumbling through the dark in the dawn. I have found new ways, but no, I can't be the one that you need. Then I changed my mind. Maybe we got time to make this right.
I had full intentions of doing a hand mop, but there was so much on my list, and I think sometimes it's okay to admit to yourself, like, I'm overwhelmed and things just need to get done. So sometimes your original plan doesn't go as planned, and it's okay to just go with the flow. I will sit down and write like 18 different lists in the morning, and I can get paralyzed by the list and then making the list and all of the things I want to do on the list. And at some point you need to just like be honest with yourself and say, you know what, this needs to get done. So the quickest, most efficient way for me to get everything, you know, the things that need to be done, the floors, the bathroom, was to just do this instead of hand mop. Hand mopping is wonderful, but there's a time and a place, and when I don't have like the time or the energy and I just want to have to get things done, then this mop is amazing. And oh my gosh, let me tell you, it works wonderful on your walls. So if you're ever looking for a mop, these mops that you can wring out to almost, I want to say like 80 or 95% dry. You don't want them super sopping wet on your wall. That's just terrible for your wall and your home. But it'll get like all of the grime off the walls if you have little ones with sticky fingers or just dust. You know, I don't do it very often, but it is nice to do like around the island, down the hallway where everybody's hands go all the time. So I'm gonna get the floors clean.
Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this start, then I could have stayed the night, I could have called you mine.
I love to garden, and I feel like this year our garden space, you can kind of see it in the background, the garden space grew quite a bit, and I had so much hope and like a motivation in my brain, and it was going amazing. And then you guys, the heat hit, and I had a few small shade cloths that I would put up over the bug nets, and everything was great and blooming. And then I had a problem with pollination with my peppers and with cucumbers and squash, all of those things. I even tried to pollinate them myself with a Q-tip or paintbrush. Let me know if you ever have had success growing. I feel like I have the best success with starting things from seed, direct sowing. I didn't have the best success with seedlings this year, but then when it comes to actually producing the fruit, for some reason I can't get there. But you know what, we're gonna take a win for a win. The garden was beautiful. My brain is also like just pure chaos. I love to throw things in the ground and just see what pops up. So there is planning to a point, but then when it comes to the garden, it's just kind of like, well, we'll see what makes it. If you do great. If you don't, then you know, it's okay. But I think I need to do a better job, have a better valiant effort at planning the garden. So that will come with time. In the meantime, we built it up and it is ready for next year. I'm pretty intrigued by a winter garden, and I cannot wait. We have so many pumpkins. That's the one thing that took this year. My kids are excited. I've always dreamed of having like just a field of pumpkins. We can't have a field, but we will have enough to hopefully produce quite a few. My kids, it would be so cute to have them walk out the door and go pick a pumpkin and make our own pies. I constantly mop myself into a corner, and I do that and end up having to take my socks off and throw them in the washer. If you're still hanging out with me, let me know down below. If you like longer style videos, the floor wasn't so bad in here. The water was pretty gross, but it wasn't as bad. Let me know if you like longer style videos or if you like short cleans. I honestly, sometimes I can't gauge videos that I upload. Are they too long? Sometimes the short ones do well. You never know. You'll see a lot more shop with me's. I like to upload those around the holidays. One, because I love to window shop. I love to see what stores have out, but I think they're just fun and I watch them constantly. I needed to tidy up my desk, and in the time I've picked up crocheting. I'm not great at it, but it was fun. I'm still learning. I've picked up quite a few busy crafts. I like to pick up things while they're on sale, so I have a lot to do during the holidays. I've been working on this jewelry collection for probably since last year. It's very slow. It's something that I'd like to put in an Etsy shop, but I'm not quite sure where or how to start. I've mastered the jewelry making, but that's about it. I've got so much in there that I've made. They're mostly earrings. I enjoy the process of making jewelry, but I haven't quite figured out how to market them. If I want to market them online, or if I want to do a pop-up at, you know, craft fairs during the holidays, because I think those would be so much fun. Anyways, this desk is a hot mess. It's kind of become a catch-all, and I'm terrible at that with surfaces. I will set something up and then have the best intention to keep it clean, but you know, it's just everyday life. I throw things down here for editing, for homeschool. These drawers are packed full. They don't look packed full, but they are pretty packed. I cleaned them out, I want to say like a few weeks ago, but every week I feel like I'm constantly just shoving stuff in here because it's an easy place to throw something, shut the drawer, and then like that's it. I had the best intentions of sitting here and doing all of my work, editing at night, you know, having my little heart out in my desk. But the truth is, I sit on the sofa, I sit at the counter, I sit at the table. I like to just work everywhere. So I'm going to do a super light dusting in here. We're not doing anything crazy because there is decor everywhere, and our house is kind of in transition at the moment. We're actually replacing this entertainment center, like I mentioned earlier. And I'm contemplating getting rid of the desk just because I feel like if I'm not using it, it's not fair to the family to take up this much space and our living space, because it kind of closes things in. As cute as it is, it's, you know, it's a space for everybody. So I'm going to finish wrapping up in here. A super light cleaning, and you know what? Sometimes that's all it is. It's literally just cleaning off the surfaces. Even if you put them in the drawer, then so be it. Tackle that tomorrow. I'm going to put together this super cute coffee table. I don't think it's going to work in our, you know, living area, this room here, but it'll be great in the den because we have the Lego table out here and the kids love doing their Legos. So I'm going to throw that together and show you how it looks.
If I change the way
I worked with this brand Garvee over on Amazon, but I thought I would include the footage just because it's fun. We've never had a coffee table in this house, and I've always wanted one, but I think it's more important that the kids have their Lego table, and quite frankly, because they share a room, it would completely close off their bedroom, and I never want that to be like a super tight space. They love playing in there, but they play more in the living room, so it makes more sense. So Garvee sent this over, and I was super excited, and I was like, where can we put it? And that's why I contemplated getting rid of the desk, which eventually I did. You'll see that in another video. I ended up getting rid of it because it just made more sense for functionality for the room, and our house is not huge, but it's not small, and I don't think, again, that it's fair to have a piece of furniture so large that just takes up so much space in the main living spaces if I'm genuinely not using it for its true function. This was super simple to put together. It is a beautiful piece, and I love that there's drawers on both sides because you can access things, but then it's also another place to hide all of your remotes and things that get lost. I swear our remote just kind of like floats around the house sometimes. Anyways, I'm so guilty of carrying it with me. Does anybody else do that? I carry it and then I'll set it down and lose it. I will finish putting this together and then we'll style it here in just a second.
if I change the way I love. Yeah, you know what I've done in the past.
You guys will have to let me know what you think. This is the coffee table in the den room. I'm kind of thinking about maybe switching them, but I think the height is perfect for in here. I love the color. It has the black accents on the bottom, and the drawers are super nice, again, to hide all of the remotes, especially if you have like game controllers and things like that.
You say
super cute. I love it. I just added this. This is from our homeschool table. Realistically, it's not going to live here because everything else will live on top of here during the day, but it was fun to style it for a second. If you guys made it this far in the video, thank you for hanging out with me. Any portion of your day, I genuinely appreciate all of your support. Spending any of your time with me is a huge deal because time is precious. So if you got something done, I hope this gave you a little bit of motivation to just get up and tackle whatever is on your list. Again, go with the flow. Let the list just be. Sometimes it's okay to just kind of walk around the house and get done what you need to get done. Sometimes you take a day off. I've taken quite a few days off lately, but it was time to get back into it. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Give yourself grace. I'll catch you in the next one.